This message goes out to all my puny little ants. We are puny little ants. That's what we are. And that's what they want us to think we are. But there is a lot of us. There are a lot of us puny little ants. And they are enraging us. And they are activating us. And they are getting us out of our comfort zones. And they are making us become part of this resistance. But hey, someone like me, I've been part of it since 2016. That's why it's exhausting. But I'm not giving up. I'm I'm not backing down. And yesterday I was really horrified and shocked and feeling very hopeless and in despair. And I kind of, spiraled for a little bit and kind of went came out of that very quickly. A lot of it's going online and listening to the people who are in Minneapolis and hearing what they're doing. I saw a woman who's about my age, and she was sort of like, I'm sitting at home watching the news with my husband. We live in a comfortable house. We're just minding our own business. And when we saw what they did, we saw them execute Alex Preddy in the street, we were like, hell no. And they got in their car and they drove to Minneapolis. They left their comfort zone. They left their comfy house, and they came to be part of this movement, to speak their mind, to, be present. So the effect that Trump and his thug army of thugs is trying to do is to scare us, to have us back down, to let it be known that we're coming for you, liberals. We don't care if you're white. We don't care if you are just we're there with a camera. We don't care about your First Amendment, Second Amendment rights. We don't care about anything. If you get in our face and if you make us feel less than, we will put 10 bullets in you and we will not take a breath. So that was meant to scare us. And that was a reaction to them being humiliated by the huge protests in Minneapolis. And I say, go Minneapolis, go Minnesota. You are making us so proud. I have so much love and respect and pride for you. And watching here, I feel helpless, but I'm trying to do my best to keep track of what's going on, to spread the truth when there's lies. And I just see that like they got upset. They decided to make, an example. Hey, we're going to just execute somebody in the street and we will scare you puny little ants. And they've really pushed it, because what they've done is like we've got nothing left to lose at a certain point. Like you've just taken away our First Amendment rights, our Second Amendment rights, are all of our constitutional rights. So why are we going to crawl back into our little homes and caves now? What comforts are we going to have in a country or a world where we are being told systematically we have no rights, zero rights, that we will be executed in the street if we even just look at them the wrong way? So you've done the wrong thing. And here's the thing I take hope in is that although we are seeing these thugs, and yes, they are thugs, they're not law and order, they're not officers, they're not agents, they are chaos, they are criminals, they are sociopaths. We see them terrorizing the city. We see them terrorizing one city, and they picked the wrong city because Minneapolis is like ready to kick their buttholes. They're not backing down. They're strong as shit. I, again, totally respect them. But if Trump had millions of thugs at his disposal, he would be going into every city and terrorizing us at the same time. The fact of the matter is he can't, because he doesn't. He's trying to create a lot of shock and awe in this one city to create examples, to flex his muscle and show how powerful he is. And the only way he becomes powerful is if we say, okay, daddy, we're free, do whatever you want. And we can't do that. We must not do that. We must not bow down. We must not let these bastards get us down. Now more than ever, we must show them we're not afraid of you, and we're willing to fight for our rights, and not just our rights, not just my rights, but the rights of every American. It's not just conservatives and neo-Nazis and the KKK and good old boys who have the right to bear arms. I too have the right to bear arms. I might never want to do that, but I have the right. And you can't come into my house and tell me I can't. And you can't execute me in the streets because I'm using my right to bear arms in a legal way. That's not something you can do. You're a criminal if you do that. So I take a little bit of hope today, because I realize, when I listen to people like Heather Cox and other resistance leaders, I see what's happening. What they're saying is happening too is there's more of us than them. There's more of us than them. There's more of us than them. They can't take us all out at once. So they have to try to terrorize us city by city. And if we let Minnesota fall, then that's a problem. We can't let Minnesota fall. We have to stand firm. We have to hold tight. We have to hold the line. And that's what we can do. And that's what we need to do as we keep working in our own communities to help the people who are most at risk and most vulnerable right now. That's how we can feel of action and not feel helpless, that we're helping people who might be next in this act of terror. We're not there yet, thank God, but we might be next if Minnesota falls. So let's stand tight. Let's remember we might be puny little ants, but we outnumber them, that we're not going to just roll over for Daddy Trump. And we're willing to fight for our rights, as Americans always have. This is why we've gone to wars. We've always been willing to fight. And we know what's at risk now. This is not 2017 when we marched in the streets with our little pink hats and we brought our dogs and our children and our grandchildren and we chanted and sang. We get it now. If we're going to protest against thugs, we better bring our gas mask and our goggles and our bulletproof vests, and we better be prepared that anything could happen. This is not playtime. This is war. These are the front lines. We understand that now. We understand it. We understand it. We understand what they're saying to us. Nobody's safe. And for those conservatives and Christians who are sitting back thinking, well, this doesn't impact me, they're just being bad. I mean, what the hell? This is the tyrannical government that you've been crazy about for the last 40, 50 years, saying you need your guns to fight back when the government comes for you and takes away your rights and starts executing you in the street. Well, guess what, buddy? They're doing it. They're doing it. And what are you doing with your arsenal? Nothing, because you never were going to do anything. You were just racist, sexist, misogynist, and you just don't even see what's happening in front of you. But the Minnesotans are making us really proud. As Americans, we cannot give up hope. We need to stand firm that these people, Trump and his goonies and his goons and his thugs, all of them are going to be held responsible and accountable, and they will be called before a tribunal. And when that day happens, I'll be sitting watching that from the comfort of my home, and it'll be the happiest day of my life.